what's up? It's Ronnie with Cooking for You and Me. Today we're going to make a yogurt-marinated lamb with a tomato-cucumber relish and some grilled onions. We're going to put that all inside of the pita, top it off with some dill yogurt dressing, and we're going to have ourselves one delicious meal. It sounds yummy? Well, because it is. So stay tuned. So I have my 2 pounds of lamb leg here. As I always do, I get 2 of the plastic bags that you can get at the butcher's. I'm going to take it out and use those bags as my marinating bag. So once you have your marinating bag set up, you want to take 2 cups of plain yogurt. Next, what you want to do is take the juice of 1 lemon and squeeze it into the yogurt. After you have the lemon juice in there, you want to take about 8 to 10 cloves of crushed garlic and just throw them in there. So the next thing you want after you have your garlic in there is 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. Then you want about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of red cayenne pepper, depending on how much heat you want in it. After you get the cayenne pepper there, we want some salt and pepper. Then we want about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And lastly, you just want to shake the bag up. So I have about 2 pounds of bone-in lamb leg here. I'm going to throw it in the marinade, mix it up, tie it up, and then throw it in the fridge for about an hour. So while our lamb is marinating in the fridge, we want to make our dill yogurt dressing and our pickled tomato-cucumber relish. So for the dressing, what we want to do is take about 1.5 cups of plain yogurt. Then you want to add the juice of half of a lemon. Then you want 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then you want a little salt. So now for our fresh ingredients, we have garlic and dill. What we want to do is take 1 clove of garlic and turn it into a paste. And the reason we turn it into a paste is because since we're using raw garlic, no one wants to bite into a big chunk of garlic. And the last thing we want is 2 tablespoons of minced dill. The great thing about dill is that whatever you add it to, it gives it this refreshing flavor to it, so I love using dill. So once you have your dill minced up, you just want to add it to the yogurt mixture as well. After you get the dill in there, you just want to mix it up. It's a lot like the tzatziki sauce that you find in Euros, just without the minced cucumber. So now that we have our yogurt sauce all done, what we want to do next is our pickled tomato-cucumber relish. So the first thing you want to do is cut up your cucumbers. It's your choice whether you want to do slices or cubes. I'm going to do cubes today. You just want to throw them into your mason jar. So I have 1 pickling cucumber in my mason jar. The next thing I want to do is take my Roma tomatoes and cube those guys up too. So next I want to take some of that orange bell pepper and chop that in there as well. So after I get my bell pepper in there, I want to take 2 cloves of garlic, crush it up, and just throw it in there. And lastly, I want to take 1 shallot, dice that up, and throw it in there as well. So the next thing you want to do is take a glass. We're going to make our pickling liquid in it before pouring it into the mason jar. You want about 2/3 of white vinegar, and then 1/3 water. Then we want 2 tablespoons of sugar. Lastly, we want to sprinkle some salt in there. I want to take 1 or 2 sprigs of dill and just stick them into the mason jar, anywhere you can find space. Alright, our pickling liquid is done. Let's pour it in the mason jar, cover it up, and shake it up. So I'm going to put this and the yogurt dressing in the fridge. It's going to come out with the lamb when it's ready to be cooked. So the lamb has been marinating for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. And remember, you can make this the night before and marinate your lamb overnight. So what you want to do now is broil your lamb for about 12 minutes on each side until the outside is nice and golden brown. In the meantime, I'm going to slice up my onions, grill them up, and I'll meet you guys back here when the lamb's done. Hey everyone. everyone, welcome back. So we have everything laid out here. We have our yogurt marinated lamb here that was in the broiler for about 12 minutes on each side. We have our grilled onions, our dill yogurt dressing, and then I have my tomato-cucumber relish that I'm going to take out and just pour into a bowl here. Then we have our homemade pitas. I posted a recipe on the homemade pitas a couple days ago, so check that out. Let's put everything together and give it a taste. That is amazing. Each component of the dish goes so well with one another, and that's because a lot of the ingredients used in each one are the same. I'm telling you, you guys have got to try this recipe. It is so delicious. And remember, if you guys have questions or comments, please feel free to email me. I'll see you guys next time on Cooking for You and Me with Ronnie Woo.
That's why we make a good you and me.
We want food.